it's Lookin' Bratz, aka Dom. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you have joined me for this video that I have been meaning to film for a minute, and I've been holding it off, but I'm glad I waited a little bit because some news came out today, and I am planning to post this the next day after I film this video, so I might have to like I don't know. I like to edit my videos just to like, I don't know, sometimes I get like heartburn, I'll hiccup, or maybe I'll like, I don't know, slur my words. I don't know what I'll do. So I always like intensely watch my videos when I edit, so don't mind me. If I take a long time putting out videos, I have a backlog of things I need to post, and I've just been super busy. I work a lot, and a lot recently, like my hours at my job have been like 13-14 hour work days, sometimes a little bit more. I've been staying at work until like midnight some nights and getting back home at like 1 o'clock. So my life has been hectic lately. So if I've been uploading or posting like irregularly, yes, then that is the reason why. But a lot of stuff has happened with Bratz, and surprisingly, this is like my second or third video, I want to say my third video this year, where I've talked about Bratz news, and I feel like I need to do this like a segment on my channel. Like I think this needs to like happen more often, and I'm feeling kind of like Wendy Williams right now, and I got to do that thing for Bratz. If you know the reference, you know the reference. And I have my Bratz coffee mug. This is from Amazon, I think, and they have a bunch of stuff on Amazon. So I guess a real quick news update on some Bratz merch. Amazon has some coasters. They have new shot glasses, but they're called like unbreakable mini cups, which is kind of the case for most IPs that go through like the shot glasses. Like Disney Princess has them, Lilo and Stitch. A lot of Disney properties have shot glasses in different names. But anyways, I do have my Bratz mug here, and it's 9 o'clock at night, and I'm drinking coffee, like for real. But I wanted to discuss everything since like the last time we talked, and also since my like last Bratz review, which was Pretty in Punk and Series 3, along with the Funky Fashion Furniture Retro Swing Chair reproductions. Whew, that was a lot to say. But I think the first thing that I really need to talk about, and what's on first on my list, I'm trying to be organized here, please. But first on the list, I'm getting a lot of questions about these, and I wrote a review on my blog at lookinbratz.com. So if you don't know already, I run a website called lookinbratz.com. That's the reason why I'm here today, is because of this website, because I had made it and it's grown so much, and I kind of just grew it into like more social media stuff. And I wrote a whole review on there. I have a bunch of pictures on there. I have details, like every like detail that I know that I am allowed to share is on there. And a really quick disclaimer is that I do not work for MGA Entertainment. I do work with them sometimes, like not for, but like with. And I do some, I guess sort of for in that sense, but whatever. I do some freelance work with them, and sometimes like they consult me about certain things, but otherwise like that's it. They don't really ask me for like any like thing on the brand. Like they don't ask me for like doll ideas. So if you're sending me doll ideas, you can send them all you want, but they're not ending up anywhere useful. So sorry about that. I don't have any control over the airway, the flow, the flow of planes. What was the line from the movie? Anyway, I don't have any control over like where the dolls end up in stores. I don't have any control over the retailers carrying them. But if there's Bratz not showing up in your country, I definitely recommend putting the pressure on your retailers, because as far as I know, MGA does offer their lineups to quite literally all the retailers that they can, and it's really up to the retailers to want to order those or not. So show your retailers that Bratz are in demand and that you want Bratz in their stores, and that you are going to buy the dolls, because if you don't buy the dolls, you can't really expect the dolls to show up at your retailers. You kind of, I hope that computed. But these dolls, and I'm gonna show them because they're so cute. These are reproductions of the reproductions, and these are the Bratz. I'm calling them the Series 1 budget dolls, and that is like not an official name at all. I just kind of gave it to them because that is what they are. And if anyone was confused about like the Series 2 and Series 3 names, 20 years special edition was like the series 1, but it wasn't titled series 1, but it is when you think of it in the chronological order of the core lineups. And they're called like the core series lineups, and the 20 years lineup was the core series 1 lineup, and they are reproducing them. And just to like say it off the bat, these are not repackaged. These are completely a fresh batch of production of dolls. That was a sentence, wasn't it, Dom? This is a fresh production of the 20 years dolls. And so we have Chloe, and they all come in like slim box packaging. I have to say, I love the boxes so much. I've always loved budget Bratz, especially like back in their heyday. Like, I'm thinking of Head Games and Stylin'. Like, I've always wanted to see more Bratz like this, especially like a more budget friendly version. And I know some people are upset about these, which is a little bit like, if you're upset about it, don't buy it. Like, there's no reason to like fully complain about it. But we'll get into like the purpose of budget dolls in a second. We have Yasmin. Again, I'm loving how like they also have their individual colors on it. And there's less plastic being used on the boxes, so the only plastic piece is like the front window. And usually Bratz boxes are like completely plastic for the most part, or at least for the most part, or at least like 3/4 plastic all around. But this time it's like this, and I love how they put the artwork on the side like this, especially when you stack them, like stacking them, like they look so cute like that. And then we have Sasha, who I have to say, one of the best faces I've ever seen on this Sasha, like the placement. I love her face so much. And I do have like one of the later batches of Sasha like down here, or up here I should say. And I love it when they like really like give her like a better placement of her eyes specifically, and her lips too. They look a little bit more plump. But yeah, so far like they're looking really good. And then Jade, of course, who to me, and I'm saying to me, she does look like her 20 years repro, but she also looks like her original doll from 2001 in a weird way. So yeah, this is Jade. And I have pictures of these all on lookandbratz.com/blog. No matter how many times I say it, sometimes people will still ask, like, when is this coming out? Where is it coming out? And I'm like, it's just all there. And the reason I do that is because I am across, like, several social platforms. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, and I have the website. And I also joined Reddit recently, so I've also been on Reddit. And I get asked the same question over and over again, and it becomes exhausting to like answer it over and over again. So that's why I put it all on my website, to make it more of like a centralized place and to streamline all the information. So please check out lookandbratz.com. I have blog reviews for quite literally almost everything that's come out. The budget dolls, which to me normally wouldn't prompt me to do a whole review on it, but I decided to anyway because I knew there would be questions about it. I have Series 3, Pretty and Punk, the Tweevils, Cult Gaia, Moa Lola, like everything you can name it except for Rock Angels, because I didn't have a moment to actually review Rock Angels, but we're gonna ignore that. That was like 2 years ago. Oh wow, that was 2 years ago. Anyways, sorry. Oh, that just hit me. So much has happened. So much has happened in 2 years. And we've come so far with Bratz, and people criticize the Bratz so much. And I'm proud to see of what it's become. Like, I don't know if I contributed much to that impact that it's had now, but I love seeing what it's become now, because I am such a big fan of Bratz. But anyways, going back to the budget dolls, they are Mexican exclusive. I did put the information in the blog review. They are showing up in Liverpool stores, and not to be confused with the city in the UK. This is a store chain. It's kind of like a Macy's or Kohl's, but it is in Mexico. It's called Liverpool. It's a pretty big department store chain there. And they retail for approximately $22 in US dollars, but that's because of the import rates and all of that. But if they do, $26 US dollars in Mexico. But if they do hit the States, I do think they're going to be about 15 to 17 roughly, based off of like the import costs and everything, because a regular series doll, like with the 2 outfits and stuff, would be like $50 in Mexico. So like when you cut everything in half. I'm trying to do the math, but I explain it better on the blog, to be honest, because I had more time to like flesh out my thoughts. But yeah, check out the blog, please do. So they're not confirmed to come to the United States, but I do think they might show up to some retailers. And I think it's going to be a similar case in which they might show up in like a department store chain, but nothing's really confirmed yet. So I think we just got to wait it out. There are 2 packs coming out, and those are also reproductions of the first edition dolls. And it comes with Chloe and Sasha, and they come with both of their outfits. They come with a poster, the brush, they come with the hats, the purses, everything. And same thing, but with Yasmin and Jade, there are 2 packs. There's no information yet on when those are going to be sold or where exactly they're going to be sold. I have a feeling those are more for like the holiday season, and that's like a common practice with these companies, is like they'll make these things because there's like a demand for them, and there's a demand for more like gift sets. So these are the gift sets, and if they don't interest you, you don't have to buy them. I do think the packaging is really cool. I love seeing Bratz in different types of packaging, so that's like my moment where I get to geek out a bit, and I love seeing Bratz in this type of packaging. And like, it's really cute to me, and it makes for like a really good display piece, because I am more of the person who like likes to see like the packaging presentation and all of that. And yeah, loving it. But some people are complaining about the budget dolls and like, what is their purpose? Like, why do we need these budget dolls? Like, why would they come out with these? Like, I already have these dolls. And I'm like, that's great for you. But I don't think a lot of people understand the need for budget dolls, and specifically, these were made as a Mexican exclusive, and I'm allowed to share that, and we'll get into that in a minute about like what I can share, what I cannot share. But these are meant to be like a Mexican exclusive, and I don't know if they're going to be exclusive to that one store, but so far it seems like they are. But this is common practice. Like, they're doing this with OMG a lot. They do this with other like toy companies and doll brands, where they will create kind of a scaled back version of a doll, and it'll have like less articulation, less accessories, maybe like different outfits or modified outfits to sort of fit the budget, quite literally. And these are created because the import rates in like different countries, like obviously like it's gonna be very pricey in those countries. Like paying $50 for a regular doll that's usually about $27 in the US, it sounds kind of absurd. It is kind of absurd. And so it just creates a more cost-effective way for people to be able to access these dolls. But also, it is a way to get the dolls and the brand to become more popular in these areas, especially when they're trying to appeal to newer audiences. I do feel like Bratz kind of like is half sees like the adult collectors and trying to like really engage kids collectors again, because Bratz is having more of a presence in like Toys R Us at Macy's and Walmart and Target. Like, you're gonna see Bratz as a kid now, and mini Bratz is like a big thing. So yeah, it's inevitable that kids are gonna like end up wanting them or getting them, or you know, seeing them in the store. So I think it just makes sense to have them a little bit more accessible in different countries. And I do wish it extended a little bit more, but I'm sure it did, but maybe like those countries just did not want to pick them up because maybe they're just not selling as well in certain countries, which is the case most of the time. And Bratz is a little bit of a gamble, I think, still for companies, like I should say stores specifically, to carry them, because you don't know if they're going to sell. They've been off shelves for a long time, then they randomly came back, and then they went off shelves again, and they came back again. It's been a lot of back and forth with Bratz, so I think they are on a very committed path right now to really build the brand up, and they've been coming out with some top-notch dolls, in my opinion. You can disagree with me, whatever, I don't really care anymore. So yeah, if you don't see the need for budget dolls in your collection, that is completely fine. Nobody's forcing you to buy them. I think everyone kind of needs to understand that mantra of like, if you don't like it, it's not for you. Like, you don't have to get it. Like, it's totally okay to skip out on something. Speak with your wallet, if you will. But yeah, budget dolls are sort of a necessity. And I do go more into detail about it in my blog review, but that kind of sums up the thought process of me. But moving on from the budget dolls, I want to talk about Always Bratz, and that's always with a Z, of course. And that is coming out tomorrow, which actually could be today, or maybe it's already passed, depending on when you're watching this video. But Always Bratz was announced on August 31st. That was the big announcement, was that a new Bratz show was coming out. But it's not going to be like a full-fledged animated series. I don't think the brand is quite quite there yet. Did I say geared that? I don't know. I don't think the Bratz brand is quite there yet in terms of having something that's like a show, like a full-fledged series. And I do wish they did. I mean, hey, don't we all, especially us, like, you know, Bratz fans who grew up with the show and everything, but I am happy to see the girls back in action, and this is like a fully produced show. Like, it's not like something that's like coming out on a random basis like Talking Bratz was, and this is going to be 2-minute episodes. It's going to premiere weekly on TikTok starting September 15th, and it's going to come out every Friday after that. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to consistency with this type of media. And this is not being produced by Raja. So Raja Dava is the animator who was behind basically all of the Bratz animations for the past 2.5 years or so, yes. And Raja's like really amazing, like he does such great work, but I have to say I don't think Raja is equipped to take on a full show, which is why Bratz is now being produced under Pixel Zoo, which is going to, I think, eventually be named MGA Studios, because MGA bought out Pixel Zoo Animation Studio in Australia. And Pixel Zoo does like Rainbow High, they do the Little Tyke stuff, they do LOL Surprise, they do all of MGA's current lineup of animated shows, and it just makes sense to have Bratz also under Pixel Zoo, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're able to do. Hey, that kind of rhymed. And again, I love Raja. I think Raja will still be on the team based off of like what we've seen, because Raja's still doing the stuff with the Kylie Jenner collab animated videos and stuff. So I don't think Raja's completely out of the picture, but I think a lot of people were upset that Raja wasn't involved, but also I think this was like a conscious decision from not only the Bratz team, but probably Raja as well. Like, I think we need to think a little bit, like, you know, critically here. Can Raja take on a full show? Probably not. Is it better equipped for a full animation studio? Well, yes, I do think it is. So that's kind of like the headspace where I think MGA was at. But this is coming out weekly. I don't know how many episodes there are. I think it's probably going to go until the end of the year, and then whatever. I'm sure like Bratz will announce it at some point how that is going to work out. But weekly 2-minute episodes, I'm looking forward to it. Olivia Hack, of course, is back as Chloe. I don't know if the other voice actors and actresses are going to be the new set of people, like Jeannie Gray and Julissa Commodore, and who else? There's a few more. Oh, Rotana Vox. I hope I'm saying the name right. I'm so sorry if those people are watching. I doubt they are. And who? Oh my goodness. Name is on the tip of my tongue. They play Laguna in Monster High, the show. Oh my. And they do so much voiceover work. Why the name is slipping my mind at the moment, but my mind is like, I'm scatterbrained. You already know. But yeah, that is coming out. Like now it's coming out, so I'm excited for that. So follow Bratz on TikTok, tiktok.com/@Bratz, and I'm excited to like see what happens with that. It looks so good, and it looks like they are going to be a little bit more adult oriented, but not like adult the way that people have been like saying. So Olivia Hack actually confirmed on Instagram that it is going to be a little bit more adult, but I don't think it's gonna be like Euphoria, which Euphoria isn't like adult. It's like teens doing like not even adult things, just like illegal things. But people keep asking for Bratz to be like Euphoria, and I heavily disagree. And I went on a whole rant on Twitter about that. I don't like the idea, and excuse my language, I don't like the idea of Bratz being sluts. I don't like the idea of them doing drugs and all of that. I just don't think it makes sense. Like, it doesn't make sense with the brand. And I can see where, like, it can be adult, but I don't think adult means, like, being sluts and doing drugs and drinking all the time or being alcoholics, which is what people want to see for some reason, certain people. Not everybody. But there have been some really weird tweets and, like, posts like across social media about Bratz saying like, we need the adult Bratz, we need them doing all this hardcore stuff. And I'm like, no, we don't. No, we don't need that. I'm sorry. We don't need that at all. Like, please that's a trash concept. I'm sorry. Like, these are entertaining shows, but at the end of the day, Bratz was about a group of teen girls. And maybe they're not teen girls now in this, like, canon of Bratz for the show. But I don't think they're going to be, like, hardcore partying, all of that kind of stuff. And not that, like, these things are bad. I mean, maybe don't do drugs, but everything else I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's just it's weird mindsets from some people. I don't know why people think that way. I will heavily disagree, and I will battle on that hill. That's a hill I will die on. Yes, I'll die on that hill. Please just treat Bratz with respect, and I'm sure MG is doing that. I don't think it's gonna be like anything like adult in regards to like heavy cursing or heavy themes like that. I think it's just going to be like mildly adult, because we see Jade on like a dating app and we see some of the boys, but I think the boys are kind of just like random character models. I don't think they're actual Bratz boys characters. And people kept saying like, is that Cameron, is that Cameron, is that Cameron? And I'm like, can't they just be like background characters? Like, have we forgot about this concept? Sorry. Anyways, enough about Always Bratz. There is some other things in terms of like animation stuff, and that's Flaunt Your Fashion, which is the Bratz video game that came out almost a year ago now. And they did like the Girls Night Out downloadable content pack earlier this year, and now they just came out with the Pretty and Punk fashion pack. So that's cute. I have to be honest, I haven't played the game yet. I have had no time to play the game, but I did like a cool giveaway with Outright Games. They were really cool. And they are coming out with a new version of the game called the Complete Edition, which comes with the 2 fashion packs, and I don't know if it comes with any extra stuff, honestly. And that's going to be like a downloadable version across all of the platforms that the game came out on, except for the Switch. The Switch is actually going to have like a exclusive physical edition copy of it, but the game will still be available digitally across all the other platforms, so don't worry if you want that version of the game. And that's like $30, which I guess is good. I haven't played the game, so I don't really know. I've heard such like mixed reviews about it, but that is something that is in the coming out and is like already kind of out, but not really out. And Mini Bratz. Moving on to Mini Bratz. So there's been a lot of stuff for Mini Bratz lately, and I do have my laptop here. If you see me like looking this way, I'm also looking at my laptop. I'm on lookinbratz.com. Are we shocked? So, as a lot of us know, Isaac Larry and the CEO of MGA, of course. If you don't know who Isaac is, Google search, girl. Google search. But Isaac is the CEO of MGA Entertainment, and he helped bring Bratz to life back in the day. And Isaac's a lovely man. I met him once. We didn't really talk much because he was busy, but he's so cute. I don't know why I said it. He's so cool. Sorry, I'm not, okay. That became awkward. Did I leave that in? No, he was really cool. He was really sweet. He took a picture with me, and everyone kept saying that we looked like father and son, so if Isaac wants to claim me as his son, please do, because I didn't really have a father. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so Isaac loves to like post things on LinkedIn, and Isaac is so out of pocket sometimes, but I live for it. I live for Isaac's LinkedIn posts. So Isaac posted this like display of Mini Bratz, and where do I even start with this? Like, it was like this cool display, and I'm gonna post a picture like right here or something off to the side. You know, I'll sit on one side of this so that I can like, yeah. So yeah, Isaac posted this thing, and we're gonna like analyze it really quick because it's like this huge Mini Bratz display. It looks like it's in some sort of showroom, and if you look on the floor, you can see like Bratz, like the logo on the floor, and I'm like, is this like in MGA's offices, and can I please visit? Like, can someone please invite me at MGA? Because I would like literally like bawl. I would like not be on the floor crying, like for real, but you know what I mean. Like, I would just be like, oh my goodness, like I'd be gagged. I'd be really gagged. But there's like this huge like thing, it says Mini Bratz, and it's like a neon light sign, and I think it really is just for like a showroom type thing, or maybe it's like a toy fair display, who knows. but not like the toy, because they're not going to be at Toy Fair this year, which is interesting. And I might be at Toy Fair. I don't know, which is unfortunate. They won't be at Toy Fair. But kind of going from like left to right, going through each row, it looks like they are going to complete Tokyo a Go-Go, and we were missing Jade and Yasmin. Yeah, we're missing Jade and Yasmin, and it looks like they are both here in the lineup. And then we have the cruiser from Tokyo Go-Go, it looks like. So that's really cool that they're like producing the cruiser for this. And then going down that second row, it looks like there's some sort of car here, and I don't know if it's like the regular FM cruiser or if it's a different thing. I don't know. But the other new thing on this row is the Pretty and Punk phone booth in a mini form. So that looks super cute. I love that they're doing a mini of it. I would love for them to do like the full size, but whatever. And it looks like there is Series 3 Kobe on the third row. And then going down a little bit, we can see the rest of the Slumber Party girls. So we got Yasmin in Series 2. It looks like whatever is upcoming will complete the rest of the Slumber Party dolls. And then right next to Slumber Party, we can see the Series 3 girls. We have Felicia, Fiona, Tiana, and Dana. Wow, they really like all ended in A's with that one. Okay. And then we go down, we see the 2 Funky Fashion Makeover heads that we already have, but there's one next to Sasha, and it does look like it might be Yasmin, which would make sense. It looks like there's going to be a Yasmin. There's a Jade somewhere in here, which we're going to get to. We have Roxy and Phoebe, which was Series 1. And then right next to Roxy and Phoebe, there's something there that I just cannot make out, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's meant to be something, but it's in like line with everything. So I don't know. I really would love to know. But right next to whatever that is, we have Formal Funk. So Formal Funk was actually supposed to be part of Series 1. Like the original descriptions of the Mini Bratz Series 1 said Formal Funk would be a part of it. But we see Chloe, I see Sasha, Jade, and Yasmin. I think Dana is somewhere like down in like the display area, but we'll get to that. So that is what's new, and those are coming up. I'm looking forward to Formal Funk. But then on the next row, we go to the fourth row. And first things that caught my eye were the live in concert mini Bratz. And hello, I love live in concert. Live in concert is one of my favorite lines. I am missing Nevra still. I mean, who isn't missing Nevra unless you're like one of those people who's like 5 Nevras? And I'm looking at some of you and I'm side-eyeing a little bit. But I can see Chloe, Sasha, Dana, and Nevra. And okay, some people are like looking at this picture, like trying to decipher like who is who. And I was doing that, but like my eye is kind of trained to identify Bratz from a distance. I mean, I created lookinbratz.com, the database section. Hello. Like my eyes are trained a little bit more maybe than some people, but that's just because I literally have forced myself to look at images of Bratz forever. And then next to the Nevra Mini is the cruiser, I think. The little, like, the dome-shaped cruiser from Live in Concert. So that's really cool. Right next to that, there's a whole, like, line from there on out. It's Kylie Minis. Now, we're going to talk about the Kylie Jenner stuff in just a bit because there was some Kylie Jenner, like, updates, I guess. But we can see, like, there are, like, new Kylie Minis. It appears to be new Kylie Minis. So I don't know if there's like another series coming out, another wave. I guess it's like the same thing. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know when any of this new stuff is coming out except for like 1 or 2 things, which we've known about for a while. But there's like new Kylie Minis here, and those Kylie Minis, like the first ones just came out. So this is like, whoa, like we're seeing like new ones already. But it looks like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 new dolls or so. And I'm like wondering like what the looks are. Somebody pointed out that one of them might be like the teal look that Kylie did. I think that was also part of like the Met Gala when she did that purple look that year. And then there's the vanity. It looks like a vanity. And it looks like the Bratz World Chloe's bedroom set vanity, which looks really cute. I don't know if that is the one. What if it's like the zebra one? That'd be really cute. I don't know. But we'll find out in due time, I'm sure. And that is for a part of the Kylie thing. And then there's something there that I cannot make out. Like, for the life of me, it looks like little, like a TV glitch. And I'm like, is it a TV? Like, is this the Bratz TV? I don't know. And then there's something that looks like a stanchion, but I can't really tell. The packaging is different though. Like on these, like it's a lighter pink, so you know it's a part of a different like wave or something. And then there's something else next to it that I cannot make out, but why does it look like a pink phone booth? It looks like a pink phone booth to me. So maybe that's what it is. Like maybe I'm not going crazy and that is what it is. Oh, but down that line, oh my goodness, wait, there's 2 rows of Kylie. Why are there 2 rows of Kylie? There's more lip phones in different colors. Like I see a blue here and I see like blues and stuff. Or maybe it's just the blue one is the new one. I don't, I'm like rhyming tonight. I'm such a rapper. That's a Bratz show reference. But anyways, yeah, there's like things there that I just can't quite make out. And it looks like there's another retro swing chair, but in purple. And I hope they come out with a full-size version of that because I love that color for it. What else do we have here? There's things I just cannot quite make out with the Kylie minis. But it looks like new dolls, new playsets, new accessories for the mini Bratz. So that is really cute. And then the next row has like nothing new. It's like all old ones. Next row. Yeah, I think for the most part, it's like old stuff. I'm gonna scan each row. Okay. So like the rest is like repeating like old minis and stuff on the rows, but we can see a glimpse at a lot of new minis in the box in like the wall display. But then if you look down, you can see there is like a new like PDQ, which is like the box display. And there's green capsules, which I'm loving like an update. And I kind of wish Series 2 had a different color for the capsules, but whatevs. It's too late to turn back time. But there are some really, really like hidden gems in here. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So looking at the box, first of all, it's a different shaped box. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 12 to a box. And that would be like a full collection, like a full set, because there's 24 minis in each collection. So that might, I think if you buy a box, it'll be like a full set of minis, which is actually pretty cool. Because if you just want to buy a full set, you can probably just buy a full set off the bat if you would like. I love that. In the display portion, it looks like there's a Funky Fashion Makeover head, which looks like it might be Yasmin. And it looks like I can see the Tokyo Go-Go Cruiser, and it looks like one of the live in concert dolls. I want to say it's Chloe, but I can't fully make it out in the photo. Like it's just so small because they're so tiny. But then next to it, there's like a acrylic riser display, and you can see the capsule again. And then the doll next to it, I fully cannot make out for the life of me. I don't know what doll that is. But the doll next to it, I want to say might be Flashback Fever Jade, but I could be like dead wrong. It might not be, but I think it could be. And then next to it, I think is pretty obviously Princess Jade. I think it is Princess Jade, because right next to it, we can see Wicked Twins Ciara and Diona. And I'm shook that they're getting mini Bratz. Like, oh my God, like the lineup is a little crazy and I'm loving it. So we can see Ciara and Diona there. And then on the next row, it looks like there might be a Treasures Roxy, Live in Concert Jade, Princess Yasmin, Princess Chloe, the Flashback Fever FM Party Bus, or the Retro Ride Van, something like that. I think it had both names. And then on the next row, I cannot make out that first doll. Somebody asked me and I was like, honestly, like I wish I like knew, because it looks like a blonde doll in a green skirt. Part of like my head wanted to go to like Sweet Dreams Pajama Party, but I don't know because it doesn't quite look like one of those. Next to it, it looks like a mini Princess Belle. I can't lie. I think that might be Formal Funkadena, but I could be wrong. But right next to it is Treasures Jade, Funky Fashion Makeover Jade. And then there's another doll that I don't know who is that? What doll is that? I don't know. But then next to it, we can make out Treasures Chloe and Princess Roxy. So there are like some dolls here that we know and some dolls that like I'm like looking at and I'm like, my eyes are pretty well trained to identify a Bratz doll, but I cannot identify those. Part of me wanted to say the first doll could have been like a Beach Party Chloe, but I'm like, I don't know. It looks like she's wearing a blue hat. No, I don't know. Like, there's just so many like questions I have right now about the mini Bratz, and I don't know when any of these are coming out. Like, these could be coming out next year. I'm assuming they're coming out next year, to be honest. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Mini Bratz has to offer. But then there is the Mini Bratz collector's case, and this is going to come with an exclusive Pretty in Punk Sasha mini. So we're gonna be able to complete Pretty in Punk, the dolls at least, with this. It would be cool if they did the boys, but I'm really not expecting them to do the boys for the minis at least, or the big ones obviously. But there's the Mini Bratz collector's case. It looks really cute. I love the design of it. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to seeing Pretty in Punk mini Sasha. That is so, so cute. Like, I'm loving like the attention that Bratz is getting via Mini Bratz. Like, it's just like a lot of Mini Bratz is happening. But the collector's case is coming out very soon. I think I want to say it's coming out before the holiday season. So probably like by like next month, if anything, November at the latest. But that's when I think that's coming out. And then there's also going to be the Tweevils and Holiday Felicia 2-pack, which I thought we would be able to see in this, but we can't see it. And what's funny is that one of the Tweevils like kind of low-key leaked, but nobody talked about it. And I don't post leaks anymore, if anyone's wondering. So yeah, that's like, nobody mentioned it. I don't even know where the leak is at the moment, but I'm sure we'll see those eventually. Like, it's like a 2-pack set, or like a 3-pack, I would say, with the Tweevils and Felicia in Mini Bratz form. So looking forward to all the Mini Bratz things. And I just want to say, like, people are like, we don't need more Mini Bratz, we don't need more this, and I'm like, it's fun, like, just learn how to have fun. And they're selling well, it seems, so like, why not just bask in all of the Mini Bratz glory? I'm loving Mini Bratz. Like, I want more Mini Bratz. And I think it's fun because it's like a low commitment thing for collectors. Like, it's not a full-fledged doll. And if it was a full-fledged doll, MGA is like under so much like pressure and scrutiny from Bratz fans to like produce the most perfect reproductions, which is why I'm like a little bit anti-reproduction. Like, I love the reproductions, but I want less reproductions because people love to scrutinize the brand. I've never seen such a like I don't even know how to like describe it. Like, such intense criticism for a doll brand from a community of doll collectors. Like, it's such an intense criticism for Bratz all the time. They can never like get anything right, which I disagree with. I think they do a lot of things right. I think they've done a lot of great things, and I'm saying that in a non-biased standpoint. I love what Bratz is doing, and I hope they do more. Like, and that's what I want to see. But I think some people love to put the brand down so much, and like a lot of people call themselves like fans, but they'll like quite literally crap on everything that Bratz does, and I'm like, but they're doing like great things. Like, I think like Mini Bratz is a great way to not do full-fledged reproductions, because that costs a lot of money, and those have to sell, which I don't think they're all gonna sell. Like, if you do full-fledged reproductions like that, and I don't think people understand that. I think people just want like reproductions, and then will get like disappointed if they don't look good, or if they don't like if they're not like full-scale like reproductions. Like, I don't know, like, nobody's ever really satisfied. But if you don't want Mini Bratz, then don't buy Mini Bratz. Like, you're not forced to do it. You're not forced to do it. So don't buy it then. Sorry. Like, I feel like people forget this is like, speak with your wallet, if anything. Don't buy it. But yeah, Mini Bratz, like, empire is impending. It already is kind of here, but it's like even more impending from this image. And I would love to see that in person. So if anyone from MG is watching, please, hello. But moving on, since we talked about the Kylie minis and that there's going to be more Kylie minis, I think everybody kind of knows the tea on the Kylie Jenner dolls, but there's the day doll, the night doll, the Big Bratz doll, which is now set to come out on December 15th, and that is an Amazon exclusive. The Kylie Bratz dolls are actually going to make it to stores. I don't know what stores exactly, but I do know for sure Walmart, which we are going to get to in a minute. We're going to talk about Walmart. And then the mini Kylies, and the first set of mini Kylies is already out. But it looks like there might be more mini Kylie stuff coming out, and it looks like the sales for all of these have been doing well. And I know, like, there's been like so much chaos with the Kylie stuff, but at the moment, I'm kind of like, I'm ignoring a lot of like the immense hatred for it. And everyone has their reasons, everyone has their opinions. I don't fully agree with all the opinions. I don't fully agree with a lot of things that people have been saying. And again, that is from like a viewpoint of, I think this is a really great thing for the brand, and I've never I've never disliked Kylie Jenner. I've quite actually enjoyed Kylie Jenner for the most part. I think I've always loved like her style. I loved her influence. I loved her makeup. But I know some people will disagree. Some people might be mad at me. Some people might be upset. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion on the Kylie thing. I'm entitled to my own opinion. And I'm not going to fight with anybody about it. I think I've not like fought about the Kylie collection, but I've fought about certain things that were said about like people. And then I was like several times like in the past few weeks or the past few months, I want to say, I've been like called like harsh slurs. And I'm like over dolls, like you're really like gonna get like this mad at me over like plastic. But anyway, like I don't know, I don't like some of the way people are, I don't like the way people talk about this woman. And like this is like not from the viewpoint of like I'm like defending a celebrity, but I'm like literally just like defending like making all these like weird misogynistic comments, very sexist comments about Kylie, about her body, about her face. And I'm like, it's gross. The way people talk about her is gross. And I get like every celebrity is under like the, you know, the magnifying glass to the public and all of that. But I don't know. I think people just need to like understand like what they're saying has like an impact. And it's whatever. Like everyone's entitled to whatever, but there were some really weird comments on my Kylie video, and I blocked a few people, I gotta be honest. Like the way people like talked about it, and like some of it wasn't even just like about Kylie, it like got really weird. Like this comments got really strange and like concerning and like really, really strange comments. Like I don't know, I think some people are kind of like out of touch, but that's all I'm gonna say on that. Sorry y'all. But Kylie stuff, like I'm done with the negative stuff. Like I literally just want to like enjoy the launch while it's here. It's not going to be a forever thing. It's like one thing that Bratz is doing. And Bratz actually did post on their Instagram story that they want recommendations for future celebrity collabs. And again, people are assuming that Kylie's not selling well, but the Kylie stuff is selling well. Hate to break it to anybody hating on this, but the Kylie stuff selling pretty well. So do with that what you will. Do with that information what you will. But that does lead into the next topic, which is Bratz World. And Bratz World is a pop-up that is happening at Walmart. And I don't know like what the full scope of this is. And I knew something was going to come, but I didn't know how big it was going to be. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what it is. I want to know like if it's like, is it a display? Is it like a sign? It's a QR code. I know that there's going to be a QR code for the Bratz World in Walmart stores. So this is going to happen across Walmart stores in the United States. This will not be happening anywhere else. As far as anyone knows, I don't think it's going to happen at all except for Walmart in the United States. And it's going to be a pop-up at Walmart, and it's going to be like scan the QR code and get like this experience. So you can see it's based off the press release. It's like a VR experience where you get to see the animated characters. You can see the animated Kylie Jenner. There's going to be like a runway thing like on your phone, like when you scan a QR code with your phone. And it's going to be like this whole like virtual reality thing. And it sounds really cute. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm hoping that it works out because my phone reception is always bad in Walmart. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm looking forward to it. And the Kylie Jenner dolls are going to make it to Walmart stores alongside Series 3. Pretty in Punk will not be sold in any stores in the US except for Macy's if you haven't caught on to that yet. But look at my blog review for that for all that information. But it's going to be cool seeing like mini Bratz and then Bratz Series 3 and then the Kylie dolls like all kind of like in one thing. And I love that Bratz is getting more shelf space. If you go to Macy's right now in the US, like a lot of places are like really stocking up on Bratz. I'm loving it. I love seeing Bratz in stock. That's another thing is that people will see Bratz in stock and be like, oh, poor things, they're not selling. They're selling. Trust me, they're selling. But not only that, I love seeing Bratz in stock like that. Like nobody, again, this is like the immense criticism that the brand is under is that people will be like, oh, my store is fully stocked with Bratz. Yeah, they just came out. The dolls just came out in like June. Like, yeah, of course your store is stocked with Bratz. And like the stores have been getting them slowly, first of all. But second of all, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that the stores are stocking up Bratz because that means that there's a demand for them and that they will sell and they have been selling. And also, I never see this type of criticism for other brands. I don't see it for things like Barbie. I don't see it from Monster High. Monster High is like in stock all the time. Like, I never see them out of stock. I don't see this criticism for LOL Surprise. I don't see it for Rainbow High. Like, why does... I feel like Bratz is under such a microscope for some people, and it looks like almost obsessive. I have to be honest. Like, I'm obsessed with Bratz, of course, but it's not like an obsessive like hate or an obsessive wanting the brand to fail, which I think some people like have that in their mindsets, like they really want Bratz to fail. And I'm like, okay, Berdine, calm down. But I think Bratz is on a really like a great path right now. I'm loving what Bratz is doing, of course. And again, coming from like even like if I wasn't looking Bratz and I wasn't so dedicated to the brand, I would see this and I would think this like all looked really cool. Like, I'd be really like excited for it. So I don't know. I think Bratz is on a really great path, and there's going to be some cool things at Bratz World. I don't know exactly what, but based off the descriptions, it looks like there's going to be some home decor stuff, blankets, beauty products. So I'm looking forward to seeing what does Walmart have up its sleeve. There's also cool merch coming out. I wrote in my notes P&P bag. So there's a Pretty and Punk bag at Hot Topic. Like, all the stores are getting like Bratz things, and I'll keep track of it on my end, but I don't always post it because I don't think it's necessary to post about every single like piece of clothing anymore. Like, I used to do that all the time because there was like nothing to post. There was no dolls coming out, or the dolls would come out far and few in between like 2020 and 2022. And now I'm like, I'll post whatever I think is like really cool or really important. But there was the Pretty and Punk bag, which originally we all thought was going to be a reproduction of the Fashion Organizer hat box, but it ended up being like a full-fledged purse that is being sold at Hot Topic. I think it's about $40. I really, really want it. I want it so bad. It's so cute. And it is like it's shaped and it's modeled after the Pretty and Punk Fashion Organizer hat box, but it's an actual purse with like a strap and everything. And yeah, that's available at Hot Topic in stores and online. But aside from that, moving on to what is kind of like the last topic of this like whole Bratz news roundup is new Bratz playline. So a lot of people have been asking about this. There have been some images, and I'm not going to share the images because I'm not risking my account. And again, I don't post leaks anymore because it's not cool. I mean, I don't care if anyone does it, but I do think I've talked about it before. I think it could ruin a launch. I think it could make or break a launch. And also, I think there's so many like preconceived notions that come from leaks. And sometimes I think we need the full picture or the full story to really make a better like judgment on the dolls or products or whatever. So that's just my take on it. And also, because now I have like a bit more of a working relationship with MGA, I don't ever want to jeopardize that. And when I posted about the budget doll, somebody on Twitter got like mad at me or something, I don't know. Or they tried to like call me out, and they were like, oh, you say you know as much as us, but you actually don't, and you're lying to us. And I calmly explained to them like, hey, like, I think I've made it pretty clear. Like, there are things I do know, there are things I don't know. Whatever I can share, I will share. If I'm not allowed to share it, I'm not going to share it. And that's just professionalism, first of all, but second of all, that's me trying to maintain a relationship with the company. Why would I jeopardize my relationship with MGA or the Bratz team because of gatekeeping? They said I was gatekeeping, and I'm like, I'm not gatekeeping information. I'm just keeping it private. Like, this is like, I don't know. I think common sense kind of it falls away from some people. Like, it just is not there for some people. But yeah, whatever on that front. Like, if anyone's mad at me about that, like, sorry, that I don't know. I'm not trying to insult anyone's intelligence, but I don't know, sometimes I think we need to like think about things before we say things. And that's what I've been feeling a lot lately, is like people will say things like under my comment section, and I'm like, did you stop and think about what you just wrote? Did you really like sit there and write that and think like, oh, I'm gonna post that? I'm not saying that's like about everybody, but there's like some select comments where I'm like, what is going on? What is going on in here on this day in my comment section. But there was like these leaks of doll heads with hair on them, unpainted faces, and so many assumptions already being made about the dolls. And I just want to make it like, I don't know. I don't even know what I wanted to say about this. But I don't know if these are new dolls. I think we just have to wait and see. Like, I think we just have to wait and see. Like, and this is like another note I wrote is like, will the new designer dolls, which we don't know what it is. I have a feeling I know what designer it is, but I think a lot of people have like theorized it's Heaven by Marc Jacobs. That's not confirmed, but there have been so many hints on the Bratz Instagram where I'm like, is it Heaven by Marc Jacobs? But we'll see in due time. But is that coming out this year? I don't know. I really don't know if that's coming out this year. I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed because of the Kylie collab. Is the next reproduction line coming out this year? I don't know. Again, I would not be surprised if it didn't come out this year. I think there's a lot already happening for the Bratz brand at the moment, and I think it's probably best if they like hold off on some of it and not overwhelm consumers. But that's my take on that. So I really don't know anything else. But everything I do know is at lookingBratz.com in the Bratz 2023 Masterpost. So please check that out. Please support the site by just going to it. I don't get money from the site. I wish I did. But yeah, go to the site lookingBratz.com. Hold the G. There is no G in it. There's no G in it. It's just lookingBratz.com. Bratz 2023 Masterpost. And I have literally put every single piece of information that I have found and that I can share is on that article. Like literally every single thing. Like Bratz Babies reboot, all the info's on there. Bratz designer dolls, any info I have is on there. Kylie Jenner, it's all on there. Budget dolls, it's mostly on there. Everything is mostly on there. Like as much information as I can gather, it is on that article. I am not withholding any information that I am allowed to share. It's all in that article. Please check it out. If you really like are curious about certain products or upcoming releases, it's all on there. I swear. I might have to go update it, but that's another whatever. But other than that, that's all I can say at the moment. Like that's all my notes. I did all my notes. But thank you so much for watching this video. It was longer than I expected. I didn't think it was gonna go this long. I will be honest, but I hope we had a fun little like tea time, coffee time, talk, discussion. Let me know in the comments what you think about everything Bratz right now. I think Bratz is having like a really major moment, both culturally and also on the market, like on the toy market. Bratz is really doing it better than I ever really thought they could. Honestly, I'll be honest. I didn't know if MG had it in them. And I think there have been so many mistakes made with the Bratz brand and so many downfalls that it really made me worried about Bratz. But I think the past year has really proven that Bratz really is on the path to, I think, something bigger. I think there's more in store for the Bratz brand, and I think MGA is showing that and is now finally starting to see the potential of the brand and really putting their stock into it. And I think we've seen the other brands at MGA get a little bit more scaled back, not completely, and not that they don't have to. I think there's room for everybody, everywhere. But it's really fun seeing Bratz get more attention. And as somebody who's always championed for this brand, and the brand has been with me through so many phases of my life that I'm so happy to see it in healthy shape. It's in a really healthy spot right now, I think. And I think, as long as there's no, I think there's always going to be a hatred for Bratz from some people, but I think as long as there is a supportive fan base, and I think as long as there is a fan base willing to buy product and to support the brand and to see how good it is actually doing, instead of like hiding behind this facade of everything new sucks and this is garbage and I'm not going to buy it. I think removing that like behavior or that mindset, I think that Bratz is, I'm clapping for Bratz. But yeah, uh, I don't know. I'm a little bit emotional. I can't lie. I don't even know what else to say. I felt like I had something else to say. I hope I didn't miss anything, but I think I covered all my bases in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to talk about this so bad. I'm working on some really cool things right now, not for MGA, but for the website lookandbratz.com. If you don't know, lookandbratz.com has been my baby for a long time now, and it's like there's a big database in it, and that was like the main drawing point of the website. And I'm making like updates on it, and everything has just been coming together so beautifully. I've had some amazing collaborators help me out on this, and I've never in the past really been open to collaborating with others or commissioning people to help me out on certain things, because I've always been very protective of what I've put into the website. But there have been some really amazing people working with me on some really cool things for the website, some cool like design things, and this one thing that I want to talk about so bad that I'm doing for the website that's gonna make like it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna make some things easier on the website, especially when it comes to like identifying dolls, and like all the things that I've been doing and that they've been doing has just been coming together so beautifully, and I cannot wait to share it. I cannot wait to share it. It's looking so good. I think it's gonna be such an improved version of the website, and you know, it's been my baby, and I'm so excited to see my baby grow. My baby's growing up. But as you can see on the webpage, there is a little teaser here of what's to come for Lookin' Bratz. It's like the smallest teaser. That's as much as I want to like expose. But yeah, there's some cool stuff coming up for Lookin' Bratz. So check out lookandbratz.com. I will stand my ground, and I will say it is the ultimate fan site for Bratz fans, but it's gonna become ultimater. Ultimate, okay. Anyways, I also have a really cool post on Instagram. Check it out, please check it out. It's the Stylesverse of Madness post, and I collaborated with ZD Designs, my friend Zach, and they did an amazing job on this artwork. They illustrated the Mattel Bratz dolls, the unreleased Mattel Bratz dolls, and they illustrated the live action Bratz as like animated caricatures, and it's gaggy, so go check it out. I had the idea for such a long time, and then I brought it up to Zach, and they put it together. They put together the artwork for me, and then I put together the actual post itself, and seeing my vision come to life like that, oh, so satisfying. So check that out. Please support that. Like, I was so excited for that, but then the mini Bratz news came out immediately after, and I was like, oh, the algorithm is gonna mess things up for me a little bit. But check that out. But anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. This is my ramble sesh at the end, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Bratz content. I also do other dolls, but Bratz is my bias, like, hello. And follow me on all socials at Lookin' Bratz, hold the G, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and can you follow me on Reddit? I don't know. It's been interesting for me to explore, to say the least. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. I have stuff I have to upload, so let's hope I can find time in my life to get to that. But yes, goodbye.